In today's video, we're going to explore the newest troop called the Druid coming to Clash of Clans in the next update. This is a very unique troop because it is basically two troops in one. The Druid starts battle as a ground healer for approximately 30 seconds, at which point it can shapeshift into a defensive targeting bear that blocks very similar to a giant. The Druid is unlocked at Town Hall 14 by upgrading the Dark Barracks to level 11. Also at Town Hall 14, it can be upgraded to level 2 for 250,000 Dark Elixir and a 12-day upgrade time. Then at Town Hall 15, it can be upgraded to level 3 for 350,000 Dark Elixir and a 14-day upgrade time. And lastly, at Town Hall 16, it can be upgraded to level 4 for 375,000 Dark Elixir and a 16-day upgrade time. Each time the Druid is upgraded, its bear form also gains a new level of increased hit points and damage per second. Both level 1 and 2 look very similar with lighter blonde colored hair, but at level 3 and 4 he appears to go Super Saiyan with his hair turning into more of a golden color. Now there's been a healer in the game since the very beginning of Clash of Clans, but when we compare the healer to the Druid, there are some similarities and differences. The biggest difference between these troops is what they target, how quickly they heal, and how they do it. The healer casts area splash healing effects when it's not moving upon ground units only. The Druid, on the other hand, casts healing effects to a single target ground or air unit that appears to bounce between targets while moving with the troops. The healer and Druid are similar though, because without a unit to heal in battle, they will not move. However, when the Druid shapeshifts into the bear, the healer will cast healing effects on it. Looking at their stats, the Druid has more healing points and moves faster, while the healer requires less housing space. Of course, another difference is the healer can be destroyed by air defenses and traps, while the Druid can be hit by ground defenses and traps. Also, if protected, the healer can cast healing effects over troops for the entire 3 minutes of a game, while the Druid only heals for approximately 30 seconds, which is determined by the blue timer bar above their head before transitioning into the bear. So naturally, I don't see the healer being replaced in strategies like the Queen Charge because the Druid will shapeshift no matter what, leaving the Queen without support. Another notable characteristic is that the Druid can jump walls to follow the target they are healing, but the bear cannot, causing it to either get stuck on a wall or roasted by defenses inside the base. I also added the Druid to a defensive clan castle to see what it would do. Since it can target both ground and air units, it was able to provide support to the defensive units until destroyed. Then it sought out a hero to heal until it shapeshifted. The bear then rushed out to attack the archer queen. So I pondered quite a bit on what the Druid is actually for. It's just basically another healer with the ability to transition into the bear, which blocks defenses. I thought that was a really cool feature, but I didn't see it replacing the healers and Queen Charges. So I thought about smash style attacks and aerial attacks like the Hydra, because this troop heals both ground and air troops. So right now we got a Flame Flinger on the right side. These are our Super Bowlers Smash, and we're going to use a Grand Warden with one Druid alone to basically serve as a healer. And he's going to work on a few buildings, and you'll notice that blue timer, you cannot stop it. You're not able to keep it from transitioning into the bear. It's going to do it no matter what. So it's working with the Grand Warden. It's going to take out a few buildings, and we're going to wait for the placement of our Super Bowlers to really slow it down and try to see what is happening with this troop. The warding works its way in. We got a Yeti off to the right. We're going to drop an Ice Golem, and I think we're going to follow that up with placing our Super Bowlers, our Druids, our King, Queen, and I think the jumps in the center of the base. Let's go ahead and slow it down because I want you to see what's happening with the Druid. It serves as a support troop, and it looks like the ability or the healing effects are bouncing between troops and helping these Super Bowlers. And I chose Super Bowlers because they tend to be a little squishy and get taken out relatively fast. We will use the Warden's ability, but we are also taking advantage of the fact that the Druids are helping with this healing process, or at least it seems that way in this particular replay. The Super Bowlers are going to continue to push forward, and as they get deeper into the base, remember that the Druids are going to transition into the bear and serve as tanks. I think we had 4 Druids here, so that's going to be 4 bears that populate in the base to assist. missed our troops. There they go. The bears have worked their way in. Let's go ahead and speed it back to 1x speed, and you're going to watch those bears kind of split off and block a little bit for the barbarian king and the archer queen, but our druids are no longer at this point, but the super bowlers are still alive, and that's super huge. We had the royal champion come in. I think she got roasted by a single target, and then we got the bowlers and the hog riders kind of coming together here in the bottom of the base. We're going to use our remaining spells to finish off the defenses. So in this scenario, I kind of felt like the druids did really well by assisting the super bowlers and staying alive to get deeper into this makeshift base to clear those heavyweight defenses. But we also put them with dragons to see what that would look like. All right, so in this particular attack, we had dragons, dragon riders, and balloons, which is also known as the Hydra. We used the giant arrow this time around to take out an air sweeper and an air defense, and then we got the barbarian king on the upper right side of the base. This is just the diversity of the things that you have available in the game if you have them leveled up, of course. We get the balloons down, we get the dragon riders, dragons, druids, the Grand Warden, and the Blimp down, and we're going to travel the Blimp down and release some of the super minions. But watch the Druids. They're right there with our Dragon Riders, and they're working with the Grand Warden. Looks like they're targeting that upper Dragon Rider. It's getting some effects on the dragon in front of them, and they're going to continue to jump the wall with these aerial troops. That's actually very unique compared to what the healer is. You can't put healer on air troops, so this is going to serve as a great unit for healing the air troops as they travel through the base. Now, they will transition into the bear here in a moment, and they will get stuck on the wall, but at that point, it doesn't necessarily matter because we were successful with getting the super minions in there and clone to clear the town hall and the clan castle and other defenses within range. The bears, they're stuck on the wall like I mentioned a moment ago, but our dragons and our king as well as our dragon rider are continuing to travel through the base, and they're going to take this down for a 3-star. So these are just a couple of examples that I was thinking about, and I'm sure there's going to be many unique different ways that this troop's going to be applied. It's only 2 housing space more than a healer, and it does add the capability of a tanking unit that you were no longer, or that you previously weren't able to have. So let us know down in the comments below what you think. How do you think this troop's going to be used? And we'll see you in the next one.